Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have Chloe with me today. I think she's a little sad because her friend is gone. So she's been wanting to hang out outside, and I won't let her outside, but I thought I can bring her into my room. That's fine. So she's here. Today is Saturday, August 4th, I believe, and yes, no, the 5th. August 5th. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. I got quite a bit done this week. Finished Schminish. I finished one series, the Star Spangled Ornaments. I finished stitching them last night. I haven't fully finished them. That'll be the goal for this week. But I was so excited about some of my new charts that I started quite a few things. So we'll see how it goes. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This is a channel on my hobbies, which is cross stitching, sewing, a little bit of, maybe eventually a little bit of quilting, paper crafting, card making, treat boxes, gift tags, you know, that kind of gift card holders, that kind of a thing. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. Please, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I have uploaded new content, and make sure that you like the video and comment if you've got something to say. Let's go ahead and get started. I think, yeah, let's start with new starts. I started with, I finally got all the flosses, and I had the fabric kind of set aside for Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. No, we're not going to chew on that. Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. I've had this pattern since last year, and I finally got everything together to stitch on it. I started with Broomhilda. And I was quite surprised because I got her apron completely done, which I don't quite understand why it didn't take forever, but it didn't. So here is my start. A little plaid apron, really cute. I'm stitching this on 40 count platinum linen by Zweigart. So she's going to work up to be itty bitty. And I think I'm going to, if I have enough fabric, I'm going to stitch all of them on this fabric. And I'm using the called for flosses, which also look really nice. Stitching 1/2. So we'll see if I get these done by this Halloween. Maybe by next Halloween. We'll see. Next, I started one of 2 anniversary starts. I decided that I was going to stitch Love One Another by Monticello Stitches. The called for fabric on this is 28 count peach Lugano. And I chose to start this on 40 count Colonial Parchment linen by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I love it. This is my start. could not put it down. I'm stitching this the pattern is broken up into sections on different pages, so I'm just going to stitch each page until it's done. And I might have a few more of the vine part to add down here, but I think I'm okay across here for that first page. But look at that little butterfly. It's so cute. And I'm loving it on this fabric. I think I stitched on this 2 or 3 times in one day. I couldn't put it down. So I'm very, very glad that I picked it up. I think all of the flosses are going to look great on it. This peach one does show up, but very, very slight, very, very faintly, but it's okay. You can still see it. These are all the called for flosses, and I'm stitching at 1/2. So that was a fun start. And then I got the monthly weigh-in September by Stitching with the Housewives through Fat Quarter Shop. And I'm stitching this on the called for 28 count tea-dyed Monaco by DMC. It's I've never stitched on Monaco before, and it's like an even weave, and it was very easy to stitch on. In fact, I got the name of the month done, so I was kind of excited about that. And this only was in like one afternoon. 2/2. I love it. I think it looks crisp. I think it looks sharp. So that's what I did. I have not started the actual piece here yet. I wanted to move on to something else, but I will start that this week. I'm using the called for flosses because I got the floss pack. So these are the called for flosses, so you know that they're going to look good. I did go ahead and I pre-cut as much of the fabric as I could, so I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cut. Very loud airplane. 5 cut that I can do the names, so those are all cut and ready to go. And then I was only able to get 2 of these cut. This is the size that I would need. I shaved 1 inch off of each suggested cutting size because I knew I didn't need that much to finish it off. But this is a free download. You need 2 packages cut this way, 2 packages cut this way, and 1 package cut this way. So you need 5 packages of the Monaco. Fat Quarter Shop had it back in stock, so I went ahead and I think I picked up the 4. If I'm remembering correctly, it's a fairly inexpensive fabric, and it comes in a long tube. So that was another reason why I cut it, so that I didn't have to store it in a tube. So, but yeah. And I think if it hasn't shipped already, I believe the October is shipping soon, like really soon. And then these are my extras, which I think cat found a pen and she's playing with it. I think these would be good for small stitches. It would also be good for maybe button covers. So I will start making a little box or bin of fabric scraps that are kind of too small to do a regular project on, and that I can rifle through and find something to stitch, you know, for an accent or a really small piece. And then last night I got a bee in my bonnet to start the Polar Plunge series. Sorry. And I started with Wally the Walrus. The called for on this is Polar Plunge, 32 count Polar Plunge fabric, and I made the decision to start with 32 count linen in Frozen Fractal by Fabrics by Stephanie, and it's beautiful. I got a huge piece because I love this one so much. Look at how big this piece is. Look at the colors, blues and purples and like greens. It's beautiful. And this is my start. So I've got about half of the Walrus done just in about maybe 45 minutes of stitching. So I think these are going to actually work up pretty quickly. I'm going to stitch the entire series on this fabric with the called for flosses. I believe I got a floss pack for it. If not, I ordered all of the called for flosses. But I think it's going to look really nice. And then I'm going to finish it. I've got the finishing boards, and I'm going to finish it like this. And I picked up at Joann's the last time I was in there, iridescent white rickrack to go around the stitch piece like here. Because I thought Polar Plunge, icy, probably needs something with a little sparkle. So I did that. I'm happy she's playing because she's, since the dog passed, she's played, well, I've caught her playing just once, and that was last night, I think. So I'm happy that she's playing, because I do think that, I think she's missing her best friend, and we're not ready to get another best friend for her yet, so anyways. I decided that I would come home from work a little early the other day. I just wasn't feeling it, and you know, let's face it, I've been putting in a ton of hours, and so I asked my boss, I said, are you going to be staying for the rest of the day? And she's like, I'm planning on it. And I said, can I leave just an hour early? And she's like, sure. So I did. I just needed to kind of recharge and kind of reset myself, I think. I just needed a break. So I came home and I worked for a couple of hours on Dancer's Friends. This was the July Patreon Tier 4 chart. I don't know if she gives a called for fabric on this. She does not. Not on the pattern. But I went bold, and I chose kind of a green fabric, Cypress, 36 count Edinburgh linen by Fiber on a Whim. And I'm using the called for DMCs. They're all DMCs, so I'm using the called for flosses, and I'm stitching this 1/2, and I moved it quite along. I just have to fill in the star, which I will do when I hit that color, because it's here on the above the hooves of the reindeer and the tail. So I will fill that in, but I got this much done. I finished the bird by adding the black. I added the planter at the top that sits on the reindeer's rump. And I started the hooves, and I was uncertain about, oh, hold on, I gotta cap that pen, hold on. Yeah, what are you doing? Sorry. I was not sure if I would like that light green, because it does match that fabric pretty darn closely. But the more I stitched, it is subtle. You don't really notice it. And I can go back around and outline it, which I may do for the leaves, not the little tendrils, but the leaves. But I think it's looking okay. It shows up a lot better in person than it is on camera. So I just figured I would continue with it, and I have two other patterns, maybe a third one, using the same colors, and if I decide to stay with this fabric, I might switch it out. But yeah, I'm liking it. Called for flosses are here. So when you're holding them up, this really does, I mean, it does look like it should technically stand out, but it is very, very close to the fabric color. Weeks Dye Works DMC. So I moved that one along. It's a whip, not a new start. I think I'm done with new start. I have one more new start to show you, I think. I put a little bit of time in on Beach Boardwalk. The second pattern came in Surf Shop. But I'm still working on Ice Cream Shop. I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is 30, I believe it's 32 count Star Sapphire Linen by Witchelt. So it's a very pale green, and I almost finished the awning, and I almost finished the sign. So I'm kind of hoping, we're cleaning out some stuff at work, and I brought home a long narrow frame that had one of those panoramic type pictures in it that we wanted to get rid of, and she was just going to toss the whole thing, and I said, can I have the frame? I think the frame is from the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, just because of how it was finished on the back. The photo was glued to the foam core board, so I can't pull it off to see, you know, if there's any identifying information on the back of the photo. So we are going to toss that. I'm going to keep the frame. I do have it here, but it's not ready to be shown yet. I'm kind of secretly hoping that this might fit in there with some sort of a fabric border around it. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm sure that I will be able to find something to go into that frame, but my first thought was maybe this. And I am using the called for colors. Came in a floss pack. Pretty. So I put a little time in on that. I had kind of told myself, you know, why don't you focus on finishing some of the ones that have been sitting around for a while, that are very, very close to being finished, and let's get some of those moved out and fully finished. I'm almost ready to do my next batch of sewing for pillow finishes. And no, instead I started a whole bunch of new projects. What are you gonna do? I worked on a year of celebration, and I did continue to work on September. It is almost done. I'm stitching this on 32 count Desert Opalescent Lugana. So I finished the owl with the exception of the eyes, and I finished the little ledge that he's sitting on. I added the worm to the top apple, and I started working on the word study. So he's very close to a finish. So, I think this is one of the things I'll be taking with me on vacation so that I can maybe get at least one or two more finished, if not the whole thing. It's an easy stitch. The 32 count is easy on the eyes, so if the lighting in the hotel room is dim, I will be able to see and not hurt my eyes. So I think that's one of the things I'll be taking with me. July is done, so I will show you the cross stitch chart I'm doing from Fat Quarter Shop. This is one where you record, you can record the average temperature of the day, you can record the high of the day of where you are physically or of where you live or wherever you choose. I choose to do the high of each day here at my house. So, so that's what I'm doing. I am stitching this on, I believe it's 25 count or 28 count Cloud Vintage Cloth by Lori Holt. I have the thread pack just for ease of stitching. And you can finally see we're out of the yellows. And we're starting to get into pinks and reds. I would anticipate that August and September and maybe some of October is going to be mostly pink, and then we'll start getting back into the yellows, and at the very end of December we'll probably be back into some greens. That's usually how it works here in Southern California. They are designing their chart for next year. She said that maybe they'll use the same thread pack. I don't know. I kind of think it would be cool to do one of these each year, but I will tell you it's a lot of work. I choose to stitch mine every day. When I'm on vacation, I'm going to record in my notes on my phone what the high is for Long Beach every day. I'm not going to stitch where I'm at, the high every day, because years down the line I wouldn't remember that. So anyway, so it's coming along. I am liking it now that I've got a little bit more of the pinks in there. There's a lot of yellow and like the mac and cheese color, and I wish there was less of that, but it's okay. So you'll see that at the end of August. And then I did put in some time for Land That I Love. I wanted to do 2 nights and I wound up only doing 1. But Land That I Love, this is last year's birthday start. I'm stitching it with the called for colors. Really pretty. Very prim, very muted. Right up my alley. And this is what I got done. So as you can see, I started working on that bottom border. I made quite a bit of progress on it. A lot of color changes, so it's a little slow go, you know, until you get the hang of it. So yeah, so it's moving right along. Apparently I will live on the struggle bus forever. So there you go. So the center of the flower here is a different blue from the leaves, which is this stem is the same blue as the stem. The reds are all the same, which is nice, and then you've got your cream, and it's just a lot of color changes. But I mean, look at how beautiful it is. It's gonna be a really pretty piece when it's done. And I'm stitching this on 40 count vintage country mocha Newcastle linen, which I love stitching on this linen too. Super soft. Not as soft as the ones that I'm stitching on with from Fabrics by Stephanie, but softer than like a Zweigart linen. And honestly, I think with the orange, this is a Zweigart linen, so I don't know how they made it so soft. Maybe it's the Newcastle. Maybe that's what makes it soft. I don't know. I'm still learning all of that. But anyways, made progress. My goal right now for this piece is if I can work on it a few times, I'd like to work on it once a week, but if I could work on it several times during the course of a month, I think I'll be happy with that. Okay. Now I have one more new start. I started this one on my anniversary as well. And so we celebrated 30 years last Monday on the 31st. And I thought, oh, that's a kind of a big one that doesn't really get recognized. So I went ahead and I picked up Celebrate the Years, and they have the 30 charted. And I decided, you know, what color do you use with it, because it's 30. I don't think there's a color associated with that milestone. So I decided to use my wedding colors. Bridesmaids' dresses were kind of a teal jade color. My flowers were lavender. In fact, they called them lavande. And then white and pink. So this was my color palette. Okay, let's remember it was 1993. This is my color palette. And I was struggling to find the right lavender. And then the Floss Frenzy Floss Fix for Weeks Dye Works came in, and it had the perfect shade of lavender to represent the lavande roses. So I pulled that out right away. I was very excited. Because the bridesmaids' dresses were the teal color, I decided to stitch the words in the teal color. And I started with Celebrate. I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast linen in Slate. Something a little different. I had no gray in my wedding, but I think the colors are going to look nice on it. The lavender will be the center of the flowers, or the leaves. And then the leaves and the numbers will be the white. I might add a little pink in there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see it really was just an accent color, much like the lavender was, but I had a little bit more lavender than pink, I think. So I had to start that, and I had to start it on my anniversary too. So I got to start on that one. I think it's going to stitch up pretty quickly. I also think no, I had this fabric from another purchase a while ago. So Floss Frenzy came in, and so this one is Busy Lizzie, and it's a really pretty lavender pink color, orchid, perfect for my flowers. Some people are good with spatially being able to know, oh, that's 12 inches, or oh, that's 200 square feet. That's not me. If somebody asked how tall is somebody and how much do they weigh, I would have no idea. But colors, I am very, very good at seeing a color once and being able to go, without having a sample with me, being able to go and match or coordinate really, really well for most things. So that's why I know that that's an accurate color for the roses, because that's one of my things that I have, so I can do that really well. Floss Frenzy Club for July, Weeks Dye Works, we've got Bullfrog, Busy Lizzie, Butterbean, Buttercup, Cadet, and Camellia. And these are the colors. Really pretty. Teresa Kogut's Patreon group, she came out with her August releases, and they're all Halloween based, vintage Halloween, which I really, really enjoy. So I, of course, downloaded the patterns and printed them. I know some people have already started stitching and are almost done, if not done by now. They're that fantastic, in my opinion. But this is the Patreon tier 4 for Teresa Kogut. We All Scream. She knocked it out of the park, guys. She really, really did. This is tiers 2, 3, and 4, Creepy Things. I just noticed, I think that's a vulture in the corner here. Vultures are creepy. I agree. And coal black cats. This one is actually based off of one of her paintings. And she just charted it. So. And then she has a secret shop. And the secret shop, she'll sell previous Patreon charts for a nominal fee, ornament charts for a nominal fee, until she's ready to release them to the public, if she's ever ready to release them to the public. So it's a password protected shop, and so this was the ornament. What can you say? Look at it. I think it's adorable. Then I've started seeing on Instagram the Basket series by Cosford Rise Stitchery. And so I went on and I ordered her She sells the patterns individually, so it's one for each month, and she sells them individually, or she sells them by season. So I went ahead and I bought the fall season because we're coming up on fall. Like, I'm going to have time to stitch this fall, but anyways, this is September basket. This is the November basket. And the October basket. I also have February that I bought last year. Haven't even started that one yet. It's okay. It'll happen. My fabric order came in from Hollis Hands Creates on Etsy. And I was going to use this these fabrics to pick for my birthday start for this year. I will take this one with me so I can start it on my birthday, and hope that I have some good light to at least start it. I decided on the Summer Quaker by Lila's Studio, or Lila's Studio. And I was contemplating blue, and then I asked a couple last video, the video before, who's stitching it and what they're stitching it on, and a lot of them said a blue, and I thought excellent. So I didn't want to order. I found something I really liked on Fabrics by Stephanie, but it could take 6 weeks for me to get the fabric, and I really want to start this on my birthday. My birthday's on the 22nd. So I went onto Hollis Hands Create, and I found this fabric, Lightning. So it's kind of a gray blue. I'm going to use all of the called for flosses, and I think that they will turn out okay. I have not looked at the pattern to see which of these blues are actually in the water, to make sure that what is this, 40 count, that one strand of the floss will show up. But then I found I had ordered some toasted almond. Fabrics by Stephanie. What was this one? Was this one Fabrics by Stephanie? This one is Needle Bling. Needle Bling dyed this one. Fabrics by Stephanie dyed this one. Toasted almond. Again, 40 count. Beautiful. These colors will look amazing on this one. Then there's Cream and Sugar. Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim, 40 count, which is very, very similar to what it looks like the pattern is stitched on. I know it's not, because I can see some modeling in there. Latte by Fiber on a Whim. But look at how pretty Cream and Sugar is. And I'm pretty sure this white would show up. So now I'm kind of back to, I think the white will show up. So now I'm kind of back to, maybe I want to do a neutral, a Cream and Sugar. I think Toasted Almond, I didn't bring it out here. I have a pattern for by Blue Flower, and it's a camping one that's really cute. I think this one would look really cute, be really cute for that piece. So I think Toasted Almond will go for that one. But I'm torn between Cream and Sugar or Lightning. Oh, I do like it. I don't know. What do you think? I will take suggestions. Not sure what I'm going to do. Then I also pulled Tin Roof. I think Tin Roof is for a Halloween stitch. But this is Weeks Dye Works 32 count tin roof. So I got a small cut of that. But actually, no, I think that's too dark. Yeah, I think it needs to be between lightning and cream and sugar. Struggle bus. So I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. We've got 2 weeks to figure it out, because then I will be off on vacation and I will not be stopping before my birthday to needle workshop, more than likely, to pick up a different color linen. So anyways, oh, I did have one more thing. I ordered the finishing board from Paisley's and Polka Dots for the weigh-in, monthly weigh-in. And I know I was talking about stitching this blue color with and changing that to navy, and I may still do that, but now I'm really liking the vintage look of this color. Oh, you like that too? Yeah? Okay. So I have this now. And then I bought, because I think it's so cute, I bought the pack of fall and Christmas seasonal accessories. Let's see if I can open this. What do you want, baby? You want, oh, nails. Okay. So, oops. Oh, they all have, wow. So we have the pumpkin. And we have an acorn. The top on the acorn, oops, goes this way. They all come with a base that they'll, stand up with. Christmas tree. And a star piece that goes over the star for the Christmas tree. I think these are bats. I haven't even looked at it yet. Oh no, these are the tree. These are also the branches on the tree. So we've got a series of these to make it 3-dimensional. So I've got 4 of those. And then leaves for the pumpkins and the acorn leaf, oak leaf, this, and then there's this piece that I'm not quite sure. Oh, the top 5 trays. Oh, this is another dimensional piece. So lots of pieces. Good. Thank goodness she gives instructions. Otherwise I'd be a little stuck. So I picked that up. And then I've been eyeballing these. I haven't gone onto her website a lot, but I've been eyeballing these, so I just figured I'd pick these up, and they're strawberries. So, yeah, so that's my haul. And I think that's it for the day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you made it to the end of the video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you stopping by and seeing what I've been up to this week. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend and a great week coming up. I'm sure it's hot across the nation, so stay cool, drink plenty of fluids, Enjoy your stitchy time, time with friends, time with family. Get outside, get some vitamin D if you can, and just have a really great week. Next week, my video may upload a little bit later, or it may upload on Sunday. I do have a funeral service for the friend that passed away last week, so I'm not sure how much time that's going to take, but there will definitely be a video next week. I just don't know which day, Saturday or Sunday. Anyways, that's it for me. Please, again, make sure to like the channel, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment on the videos. I really do appreciate it. Have a great week, and I will see you later. Happy stitching.